Good morning! Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
The Truman Show wasn't just a drama. It was perfection, manufactured frame by frame, shot on a fake town set, under a fake sun with neighbors he never knew were actors. But behind the fantasy, perfection was just part of the script. The cast studied a secret 10-page manual, written to bring a fake world to life. Christoph's coldest lines weren't fiction. They were borrowed from real TV producers. And long before reality TV took over, this movie saw it coming. These are 20 weird facts about The Truman Show. And behind all the lighting cues, even the Library of Congress couldn't ignore the warning. Eyes open. You were part of the show all along. Number 1. It didn't begin in Sea Haven. It began in Manhattan, with guns, with murder, with Truman discovering a secret so dangerous, the whole city turned against him. Andrew Niccol's original script for The Truman Show was called The Malcolm Show. And it wasn't a gentle satire. It was a dystopian nightmare. A high-concept drama with sharp edges, somewhere between Blade Runner and Brazil. Truman wasn't a lovable everyman. He was paranoid, cornered, and ready to snap. The studio loved the idea, but feared the tone. They wanted heart, not horror. So they brought in Rob Reiner, then Peter Weir, and piece by piece, the film reshaped into something quieter and much more dangerous. Because smiling through a lie hits harder than screaming through the truth.
There is no difference between a private life and a public life. My life, it is a truly blessed life.
Number 2. He could have asked for anything. By the mid-90s, Jim Carrey was the king of box office comedy. Ace Ventura, The Mask, Liar Liar. But for The Truman Show, he didn't want the money. He wanted the risk. Carrey took a reduced salary, millions less, just for the chance to prove he could go deeper. He stripped away the rubber-faced chaos, focused, internalized. Peter Weir said Carrey's audition was like watching someone break out of their own persona. And that restraint? It became the movie's heartbeat. Not the laugh, the quiet before it. Number 3. Before a single scene was filmed, director Peter Weir didn't just build a set. He forged an entire universe of deception. His secret weapon, the Trupedia. This isn't just a prop. It was a comprehensive 10-page Bible of lies, meticulously detailing every hidden rule, every manufactured moment, every smiling deception within Truman's world. This chilling document dictated everything, from the eerie absence of shadows at high noon to the unnerving lack of aging among residents. It scripted casual conversations, ensuring Truman's best friend always delivered the perfect manipulative line. Every extra, every background actor received their marching orders from the Trupedia. It assigned them their fabricated jobs, their phantom families, their predetermined routes, ensuring no spontaneous act could ever break the illusion. Sea Haven wasn't just a meticulously crafted movie set. It was a totalitarian universe, built on repetition, routine, and constant surveillance. And the cast, armed with this blueprint, stepped inside it like they were stepping into a dream Truman would spend his entire life trying to wake up from.
It's all real. Nothing here is fake. Nothing you see on this show is fake. It's merely controlled.
Number 4. In Sea Haven, nothing was truly private. Truman's entire world was a meticulously constructed set, teeming with hidden cameras disguised as everyday objects. From a vending machine to a dashboard radio, a street lamp, or even a simple ring. If it existed, it likely held an unseen eye on Truman. This wasn't just a design choice. It was the chilling, pervasive essence of his illusion. The goal was unnervingly clear: to create the ultimate live broadcast, transforming an innocent man's entire life into one giant, inescapable surveillance experiment. And it worked not only on Truman. Audiences watching in the theater found themselves questioning what was real. Not because the film was fantastical, but because that pervasive, hidden gaze felt terrifyingly, almost uncomfortably real.
I'm now making my primary incision just above the right knee.
Number 5. Every angle had a logic. Every frame had a watcher's eye. Instead of traditional coverage, Weir's team used techniques borrowed from security systems and news footage. Wide, slightly off-center, detached. The camera often peers around corners, hovers overhead, or catches moments just a second too late. It doesn't feel staged. It feels observed. That subtle choice? It made viewers squirm, not because of what they saw, but because of how they were seeing it. Number 6. It's a blink and you miss it detail that reveals a chilling truth. In Truman's kitchen, a bottle of vitamin D sits on the table. Why? Because in Sea Haven, the sun is just an artificial stage light. These supplements were a covert necessity, ensuring Truman stayed healthy without ever suspecting his sky was fake. This subtle clue is even more pronounced in a powerful deleted scene where his wife Meryl overtly urges him to take his vitamin D.
Don't forget your vitamins.
Oh, right.
Her insistent tone further highlights the constant, insidious control over every aspect of his life, even down to his bodily health. Director Peter Weir meticulously insisted on these quiet, almost hidden clues, touches that ensure even in Truman's A Paradise, the audience feels that something was always deeply off. Number 7. One of the Truman Show's most subtle, yet deeply unsettling, visual gags hides in plain sight. It occurs when Truman's mother, Angela, is flipping through old family photo albums. She pauses on a picture of their trip to Mount Rushmore. The famous monument appears unusually small in the photo, a clear visual cue to the audience that it's merely a low-budget set prop in his artificial world. But the truly genius detail lies in the magnifying glass Angela uses to examine the picture. Look closely, and you'll realize it's shaped exactly like a vintage television screen. While rectangular magnifying glasses do exist, this specific design is no mere coincidence in a film so meticulously crafted. This seemingly innocuous prop serves as a brilliant silent reminder of Truman's constant surveillance, a meta-commentary subtly reinforcing the film's core theme. His entire world is just a show, viewed on a screen, even by his own mother.
Look, Truman, the happiest day of our lives. I'm really late.
What's your rush?
Surgery. There was that elevator disaster downtown. It was on the news last night.
I'll cross my fingers for you.
Number 8. Christof never roared like a villain. He spoke with the unsettling calm of a creator, convinced his elaborate deception was an act of profound good. But his chilling rhetoric wasn't born from fiction alone. Director Peter Weir meticulously armed his cast, and particularly Ed Harris, with the actual lexicon of power. Weir immersed them in interviews with real-life TV executives. These weren't philosophers. They were professionals who spoke in terms of audiences and control, casually framing emotional manipulation as nothing more than entertainment. Christof's most iconic lines like,
"We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented."
These weren't poetic inventions. They were direct echoes of a terrifyingly familiar logic, lifted straight from the mouths of executives who shape what billions see every day. Ed Harris, with quiet, unshakable certainty, delivered these words not as cruelty, but as calm conviction. Because the most dangerous truth about Christof wasn't that he was a monster. It was that, in his twisted view, he was simply a devoted father, guiding his child through the ultimate reality show.
Of a television show that gives hope and joy and inspiration to millions. There's no more truth out there than there is in the world I created for you. I've been watching you your whole life. I was watching when you took your first step. You can't leave, Truman, with me.
Number 9. He wasn't the first choice. He wasn't even the second. Ed Harris was brought in just days before filming began, after Dennis Hopper dropped out unexpectedly. There was no time to prep, no time to overthink. So Harris created his own rules for Christof. He decided the man never left the studio, slept there, lived there, ate under the glow of monitors and artificial skies. The wardrobe? Harris chose it. The beret? His idea. Everything we see on screen, the voice, the calm, the subtle menace, was built overnight. No rehearsals, no ego, just instinct, and a cold understanding of control. Number 10. The world was watching. Truman had escaped, the illusion shattered. And back in the control room, 2 security guards, faces lit by TV glow, break the silence with a line.
What else is on?
Yeah, let's see what else.
Where's the TV guy?
It wasn't in the script. The actors improvised it as a joke, but the message hit too hard to ignore. The studio wanted to cut it, said it was too cynical, too meta. But Weir kept it in, because it said everything. No matter how world-changing the moment, some viewers will always just change the channel. Number 11. Before The Truman Show, Jim Carrey was the funny guy, the rubber-faced goofball, the cartoon in a suit. But this role, it showed something no one expected. Stillness. There was comedy, yes, but also loneliness, hope, paranoia, humanity. Carrey stripped away the mask. No catchphrases, no wild mugging, just a man trying to figure out if any of his life is real. It earned him a Golden Globe. And more than that, it proved he could do more than comedy. He wasn't just here to make people laugh. He was here to make them feel.
I predict that in just a moment, we will see a lady on a red bike, followed by a man with flowers,
and a Volkswagen Beetle with a dented fender.
Truman, please.
Look. Lady. Flowers. And...
Truman, this is silly.
There it is! There it is! There's the dented beetle! Yes! They go around the block. They come back. They go around again. They just go around and around.
Number 12. It's one of the most dramatic moments in the film. Truman reaches the edge of his world, literally. He crashes his boat into the painted wall of the sky and finds the exit door hidden in the clouds. But what you don't see, that scene almost didn't work. The moon itself, a giant lighting rig built for the shot, nearly malfunctioned during filming. The storm effects were unpredictable, the water tank was massive, and timing it all with Carrey's performance took nerves of steel. One wrong step and the whole illusion would have fallen apart. But instead, the chaos created something unforgettable. Because when Truman touches the sky, he's not just hitting a wall, he's finding freedom, right where the lie ends. Number 13. They could have named the boat anything, but they chose Santa Maria, the same ship that carried Columbus toward a new world. It wasn't just clever, it was symbolic. Like Columbus, Truman sets sail into the unknown. Like Columbus, he's been told what the world looks like. And like him, he finds out someone's been lying. The boat's name turns a quiet escape into a mythic journey. And when it hits the sky, it's not just wood on paint. It's discovery crashing into deception. Number 14. In most films, the actor uses the camera. But in The Truman Show, Carrey had to avoid it, even though it was everywhere. The cameras weren't just props, they were part of the set, disguised inside mirrors, buttons, rearview mirrors, so Carrey had to act like a man not being watched, while being filmed from 360 degrees. Peter Weir gave Carrey almost no marks or camera directions. He wanted spontaneity, Truman bumping into a lens by mistake, brushing past a hidden mic. The performance worked because Truman didn't know where the eyes were, and neither did Carrey. Number 15. The trees, the grass, the wilderness beyond Truman's house. It looked peaceful, natural, safe, but none of it was real. The entire forest set was fabricated. Rows of synthetic trees arranged on an indoor stage, complete with painted backdrops and artificial mist. Director Peter Weir didn't just want the world to feel fake. He wanted it to feel comfortably fake. Truman's surroundings were meant to feel just real enough to keep him from questioning it. Familiar, sterile, under control. Even the horizon was lit and fogged to mimic depth without ever letting the illusion break. It wasn't nature, it was the idea of nature. Designed for him, maintained for ratings.
Looks like a leak at the plant.
They had to shut her down.
Is there any way around?
Whole area's being evacuated.
Is there anything I can do?
No, ma'am.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome, Truman.
Number 16. Nothing in The Truman Show was just there. Every object, from the cocoa to the knives to his morning newspaper, was placed for one reason: product placement. Inside the story, Sea Haven wasn't just fake, it was sponsored. Characters didn't just interact with props. They sold them, delivered lines straight to hidden cameras, held labels to the lens. And Truman, unknowingly, became the star of the first fully commercialized human life. Even his breakfast wasn't safe. When Meryl holds up the Mococo can mid-conversation, turning it perfectly toward the camera, it's not just satire, it's a warning. Because the most unsettling part? It doesn't feel that far off. Not anymore.
All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
Who you talking to?
I've tasted other cocos. This is the best.
Number 17. The music in The Truman Show feels haunting, tragic, and timeless. And in one case, it literally was. A key piece used during Truman's pivotal moments is actually a 1977 recording by pianist Vladimir Ashkenazy performing Chopin. Many audiences assumed it was part of the original score, but that was intentional. Composer Burkhard Dalwitz and director Peter Weir wanted to blur the line between reality and fabrication, using real music to underscore a fake world. The result? Viewers weren't sure what they were hearing, only what they were feeling.
Come to bed.
You never see anything anyway. They always turn the camera and play music, and the wind blows in and the curtains move, and you don't see anything.
Number 18. When The Truman Show hit theaters in 1998, there was no Big Brother, no Survivor, no 24/7 streaming of someone's life edited into entertainment. But the movie saw it coming. A man unknowingly filmed from birth, his every moment scripted, sold, and watched by millions. It was science fiction for about 2 years. Then came the boom. By the early 2000s, reality TV exploded. Producers even cited Truman as inspiration, not caution. They admired Christoph's world building and copied it. The Truman Show hadn't just predicted the future, it helped shape it. A satire turned blueprint. And the line between real and performance, it blurred, just like in Sea Haven. Because in the end, Truman walked out of the set, but the rest of us, we walked in. Number 19. It started as fiction. A man trapped in a fake world, unaware that millions were watching. But for some viewers, it didn't feel like fiction at all. Years after the film's release, psychiatrists began noticing a strange pattern. Patients claimed they were being filmed, that their families were actors, that their entire life was part of a hidden show. It happened so often, it earned a name, the Truman Show delusion. Doctors published studies. Case reports spanned countries. Some believed news anchors were sending them messages. Others tried to escape, thinking cameras were always rolling. The movie had pierced deeper than anyone expected. It didn't just reflect paranoia, it planted it. Because when a film makes you question reality itself, that's not just powerful. That's psychological history.
And the last thing that I would ever do is lie to you. I mean, think about it, Truman. If everybody is in on it, I'd have to be in on it too.
Number 20. In the film, Sylvia, Truman's one true connection to the outside world, becomes a symbol of rebellion. But her movement didn't end with the credits. The filmmakers created a real website for the Free Truman campaign. Visitors could explore her mission, read manifestos, and join the effort to expose the show, all within the world of the film. It was one of the earliest examples of viral marketing, and for fans who stumbled upon it in the early days of the internet, it felt like they were part of the resistance. It blurred the lines, not just between fiction and reality, but between audience and participant. Truman's world was fake, but Sylvia's revolution? That was real.
Listen to me. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows everything you do. My name's not Lauren, it's Sylvia. My name's Sylvia.
Sylvia?
Yeah.
Lauren, sweetheart, not again.
Hey, wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm her father.
What?
I've never even
Come on,
seen you
sweetie.
before.
Get out of here. Come on, bye.
Don't worry.
Bonus fact. 25 years after its debut, The Truman Show earned one of cinema's most profound distinctions, induction into the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. This honor is reserved for works deemed culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Its selection was unequivocal. The film didn't just tell a story, it unblinkingly predicted a looming reality. Pervasive surveillance, manufactured identity, the insidious pursuit of fame, and a world where privacy became an illusion to be fought for. What began as a chilling cautionary tale ultimately transformed into a stark, uncomfortable mirror. And now, The Truman Show is preserved, frame by frame, not merely as a story, but as an enduring, vital warning. The Truman Show wasn't just a movie, it was a mirror, a perfect world built from lies, until one man looked up and asked what was real. Every camera, every sunrise, planned, framed, sold. But somewhere beneath the scripts and the shadows, Truman found a crack and stepped through it. Because freedom doesn't always start with a fight. Sometimes it starts with doubt. So if you made it this far, drop a comment. Tell us what movie you'd step into next and why it still echoes. And in case we don't see you,
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.